Hey guys, welcome back to the video. So in today's video I'm gonna show you how I made this slicing building motion grab in CapCut. So without any further ado, let's jump to the video. Before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification, and if you want the project file and also the asset, you can check my Patreon, the link in the description. Now let's open the asset folder. I'm gonna use this gray color for the background. Let's extend the duration to 7 seconds. After that, I'm gonna add a grid overlay for the background as well. And then decrease the opacity. Now lock both of these layers so it's not gonna interrupt the process. Let's add the object to the timeline. I'm gonna use a circle mask to cut it since I want each piece to have a round shape, but you can also adjust the shape based on what works best for your object. So here I'm creating the first cut for the statue. After that, to create the second cut, just duplicate this layer, go back to the mask and select reverse. Now we have two parts, but the second part isn't fully cut yet since we only trimmed the bottom. So now we are also gonna cut the top part as well. First you have to compound the layer, then go to mask and use the circle mask again to trim the top. Now let's move on to the third part by duplicating the second part and then reversing the mask and compound it again. And then you just need to cut the top part again. Now for the final part, just duplicate the last layer and reverse the mask. As you can see, the statue is now divided into several parts. Now it's time to turn each part into 3D by using this yellow color overlay. First, let's place the yellow color overlay below the second part layer because we're going to make that part 3D from the bottom perspective. Now let's use the circle mask again to shape it into flattened circle. Then position it to the bottom part of the statue. And now you just need to repeat the step for all the parts. Now if it look like this, we just need to arrange the layers in opposite order. Now I'm gonna start animating each part one by one, starting with the bottom part. For this part, I just need a movement from bottom to top for the appearance. So now let's add keyframe on the transform, add the first frame, then move 20 frame forward and add another keyframe. After that, go back to the first keyframe and reposition the part to the bottom of the frame until it disappears. Now let's move on to the second part. Let's trim the duration to align with the second keyframe in the first layer we created earlier. After that, let's add 3 keyframes here with 20 frames between each. For the first keyframe, let's position the part down until it disappears. Then for the second keyframe, let's position the part slightly above its normal position. And for the third keyframe, we don't need to do anything. So it's gonna look like this. Now let's smooth out the movement by pressing Alt and K. And then go to the Y-axis. Next, right click on the first keyframe and change the curve to ease. And for the second keyframe, change it to cubic in. Now let's move on to the third part. Let's trim the duration to align with the last keyframe in the last layer. For the next steps, you just need to repeat the same process. Now let's add a text layer, and then let's position the text behind the statue. For the font style, I'll be using a bold Times New Roman, or you can vary it according to your preference. Now let's add a built-in animation to the text. I think I'll use bounce left for both the in and out animation of the text. Next, let's create a colorized shadow effect for the text. So first you need to duplicate the text layer. Then change the color of the bottom text layer to whatever you prefer. After that, reposition the shadow, and now it's gonna look like this. Now let's create the out animation for the entire statue. The first thing we need to do is add 3 keyframes to the transform with 20 frames between each keyframe in every layer at the duration where the out animation will begin. Now let's position the playhead at the second keyframe. After that, select all the statue layers and adjust their position slightly down like this so you get this movement. It seems like we need to add one more keyframe with the same distance after the last keyframe. Then position the playhead at this final keyframe, select all the statue layers and move them down off the frame until they disappear. So it's gonna look like this. Now let's trim the duration of all the statue layers at the position of the last keyframe by pressing W. Now let's move on to the second clip. First, let's add the Liberty statue again. After that, let's position it like this. Now let's animate its appearance using keyframe. This will be a simple movement from bottom to top, just like I explained earlier. Now let's change the keyframe curve to ease. So it's gonna look like this. Next, let's add text again with the same font style. Now I'm gonna create a colorized shadow again, but this time for the statue. Now I'm gonna duplicate the layer, then I will delete the existing keyframe because I'm gonna create new ones. After that, I will position it here and change the color to solid orange by adjusting it. Here I'm gonna set the temp and saturation to maximum. Then I will move the Luma curve here. Now I'm gonna create a new animation for the shadow's appearance using keyframes. But first I'm gonna cut the duration to align with the last keyframe on the statue layer. Now I'm gonna add keyframe on the transform, then move forward 20 frames and add another one. After that, I'll go back to the first keyframe and position it to the right until it disappears from the frames. So it's gonna look like this. And now I'm gonna add an in animation for the text. I'm gonna use the slide up animation and set the duration to 1 second. Now I'm gonna add a camera movement using the available effect to make the video looks more interesting. So the first effect is the zoom lens. To add the zoom effect, for the settings you can follow my setup here. Then I'm gonna duplicate the effect to apply it to the second clip. Now for the second clip, I'm gonna add another effect called blur close. I'm gonna move both of this effect over here. I'm gonna add a keyframe at the first frame, then move forward, then add another keyframe. After that, move to here and set the blurriness to the lowest. And for the last effect, I'm gonna add the FVS lag to make it look like a collage animation or motion capture animation. And that's the video for today. Leave a like if this video helped you. Thank you guys for watching, and also thanks to my Patreon for supporting this channel. And here is the final result.